Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a very theatrical Elation Professional. We're glad you're joining us for another Coffee Break live stream. My name is Alistair.
Good morning, my name is Frederik, and it's a pleasure to have you here in our very, very special atmosphere today for another Coffee Break episode number 9. And we are the theater brothers for you this morning, and we have prepared a lot of very interesting things for you. We will show you how to work a little bit with white light. We will show you some special features on our products. And first here's a cheers to all of you. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the next coming minutes with our Coffee Break.
So this week we return to static lighting with a look at the powers and the buttons that make up our 7 series of premium LED fixtures. So at the design stage, our engineering and product development teams wanted to give lighting designers even greater access to a wider spectrum of colors. So this is for painting stages, sets, scrims, scenery, etc. in both high impact colored light, but also high quality white light. And so the 7 series was born. So we're going to look at all the 5 products within this series today for you.
So around 4 years ago, we started with 7 colors in an LED product as well. It was the Platinum 7, one of the first LED moving heads ever, which had just 7 colors in one LED behind one lens. Then later on, we came with the Artiste Monet, also having one LED source, but adding 7 different colored flags in front of the LED source. And today, we continue here with our 7 series, which is a great product and offers a lot of flexibility for all kind of applications.
And as usual, let's firstly cover the common product design and engineering aspects that all of the products we look at today will share.
So LEDs, all of those products share the same kind of LEDs. They all have 25 watts. They're specially selected for these kind of products. They are all coming in a very great array, different sizes we're offering here, and they really suit best for this kind of application because they're efficient and really have the right beam angle to do the job properly.
And next for colors, so with the 7 series all having a red, green, blue, white, amber, lime and UV array, the products can fulfill any requirement. So of course we're all very used to red, green and blue, but it's really the addition of the amber and the lime that really expand the color spectrum to give you really great theatrical pastels, warmer tones and limitless color opportunities. Well, they're now easy to access, of course. So to complete the versatility of the products, that additional of the UV source really makes the units satisfy many applications and event needs.
And not forgetting the white, the specially selected white source, plus the possibility of changing the white color temperature is very, very important for those products. And of course, the high CRI, the high coloring rendering of about 91 in these products is special. It's really important and special made for theater applications and TV applications. And we will show you later on some different details how to play with the white LED source in that product.
And of course, various DMX modes have been created to allow for some versatility with control. So for example, a very simple and basic 3-channel red, green and blue mode exists. There's also a mode that just does hue and saturation. But of course, alternative modes can offer full control and access to all features and colors. So for example, the pixel zone control on the buttons or color macros on the powers.
So when it's about software, and this is something we always like to talk about in our coffee breaks, we would like to point out especially on those products that they have sophisticated dimming curves and dimming modes, which offer you the flexibility to play with the units the way you really need them and to really select the dimming curve and the dimming mode you need for various applications. Plus the LED refresh rate, which is very important for those products as well. You can easily select the LED refresh rate to really make them fit in your application and to make them look good on camera, for example, in a TV studio.
And next for connectivity, all units have that familiar power out or through connector that we frequently mention. So multi-power linking can give you neater cabling, less cabling, and of course less distro. And also with pixel control on the buttons, those units therefore have Ethernet connectors so that they can do ClingNet and ArtNet protocol support.
And the accessories, very important in this case. We have several accessories for the 7 pars. They come with a gel frame included, but there are also option and barn doors available. For the 7 battens, we're offering those, as you can see here on the pictures. And for the 7 battens, we have as well the glare shields plus different kinds of frost filters from our LSF series. And this is one of the glare shields we have here for the 7 battens. Very easy to attach, just some very easy to use screws here. They're fixed to the glare shields, so you will never lose them. It's a very big plus on this product as well.
Okay, so let's make a start with the pars. So we have 2 options. We have the 7 IP, which as the name suggests has 7 of those 25 watt LEDs, and we have its slightly bigger brother, the 19 IP. And as both those names suggest, these fixtures are both fully IP65 rated for multi-environment use. So that makes them even more versatile before their normal everyday use as a wash light, uplight, wall wash, or even as a truss warmer. Both units give us a beam angle of 17 degrees and a field angle of 33 degrees. And both offer very punchy outputs as well. The 7 IP gives us over 3,600 lumens, whereas the 19 IP gives us over 9,300 lumens.
And this is actually enough brightness for the biggest stages, but also for smaller stages. So wherever you work, these 2 brothers will never leave you alone. They will do the job properly and really can fill an entire stage with a lot of light in various colors.
Okay, so let's start having a look at the colors, but we'll look at all of the 7 series together. So we'll bring in the battens as well. So let's start off with the 7 primaries. So you can really see a very nice, rich, vibrant red, green, and blue, followed by the pure white LED, of course. And next comes that all-important lime and amber. And finally, the UV.
And just imagine how easy it is for you as a designer, as an operator behind the desk, to just switch between the colors, but also do a little bit green shift or magenta shift. To do these adjustments is now very, very easy in these products. So in the past, you always had to do it a different way. You only had RGB white LED pars, or you had to add several gel filters to do this kind of adjustment. Now everything is on board. Due to the 7 colors, it's just very, very easy and will definitely help you do the job much faster.
And now let's have a look at some mixed colors as well. So for example, we can look at the CMY, which we think is, again, very nice and rich, looks quite nice. And now we'll have a look at some of the color macros. So firstly, we have this really kind of dynamic orange, and followed by this quite interesting pink.
And you can also see in the backdrop how everything changes if you select the colors very, very easy. So that gives every time a different mood and a different atmosphere.
And as you can see with color mixing, it always remains very smooth and very seamless too. In physical aspects, both the pars have a dual yoke, so they can be precisely placed or hung at any angle. Both offer silent operation too, for when the fixtures must really be quite discreet. And that's really summarizing the pars for you. So they're small, but they're punchy, and with incredible color reproduction. And of course, with that IP-rated aluminum enclosures, they can work in multi-environments.
So, in fact, they are really the perfect solution for every user, but especially for rental companies, because just imagine the fact that you have in your warehouse a lot of RGB or RGB white fixtures, then you have some other fixtures which just do a pure white, and some other fixtures are IP65. So what you can do now is just have everything in one product, the 19 or the 7, and then you have everything on board. So all the colors, all the whites, and IP65. So that's really the perfect solution for a rental company to do an easy rent out and to really have everything in one product.
And next, we'll move on to the battens. So as you can see, there are 3 different types, or rather 3 sizes. So we have the 14, the 42, and the 72. Those refer to the length in inches, but for us Europeans, they're really 35 centimeters, about 1 meter, and 1.8 meters long. So those battens are really as versatile as the pars and kind of multiple applications, such as a wash light, sight light, accent light, or a direct view pixel strip.
And by the way, if you just have any questions coming up to your mind, please just drop us some questions. We are live here for you, and this is something we would like to encourage you to let us have your questions. And today we did some special backdrop for you. You can see how everything is behaving when we change the color tones here. And you can see that those 7 buttons are bright enough to really fill the entire backdrop, and you can see that they're the perfect solution for a cyc as well if you combine them, for example, with the glare shield or with different light shaping filters.
So next we're going to go back to white with all of the 7 primary colors at full. And why we're doing this is because we want to show you how reducing each individual primary color in turn actually gets you different whites. So if you keep an eye on the background, we're going to quickly snap between taking red down just a little bit and then green, etc., etc. And so you can really see various colors or certain aspects of the backdrop that really kind of pop out.
So what you see now is that it was never easier to create different atmospheres with just one product. And in the past, it was really very, very difficult because you always had to change backdrops or to change color filters, gel filters, and so on and so on. But now you can easily switch between different moods or different seasons when you are on a theater scene or in a TV scene. And this is all combined in one product, so it easily is just one snap and then you are in a different season or a different scene or mood.
So hopefully you've seen on camera that just reducing each primary color in turn can really make some of the other colors really pop out and be more vibrant. And that's really why we developed the 7 series. So any color you want is really now at your fingertips. And Freddie, I think you have recently had a customer with a recent install of battens that may be particularly relevant to its color capability.
Exactly. We recently had an install in France at Television 2 in Paris, and that was done by our French distributor, Best Audio and Lighting. And they have used a lot of 7 buttons in this TV studio. And you could just see at those pictures that there was a green screen surrounded by the 7 buttons. So they are lighting up this green screen. They can easily adjust the white which they need for this green screen. But in case they're using this TV studio for a different application, those 7 buttons are strong enough to paint everything, the entire green screen, in a different color. You could see it on the pictures. They were blue, so they could use the TV studio for a different application. So that's the very, very positive aspect about the 7 buttons. They can be used either to light up a green screen or to give the entire set a new structure or a new color texture.
And next up, the buttons also give you pixel zone control. So a zone is a cluster of 6 pixels. So the 14 gives you 2 zones, the 42 gives you 6, and the 72 gives you 10 zones. And of course, these zones can be flipped as well within the system menu of the fixture itself. So that flips the starting pixel zone from one end to the other. So no matter how the units are orientated in your installation, they will always behave the way that you want them to.
So they can also be used for pixel mapping, which is very interesting these days, or you can use them on EDM festivals. We have seen them on several EDM festivals because they have the punch to really cut through a longer distance. And with this pixel mapping, they can really give you a nice effect even in the back of a stage, or to do some various effects to let the entire stage come alive.
So as you can see, it's pretty quick to build up some things. You can add in some color as well and quickly start building up the sort of looks that you really want. We like this rather nice sort of magenta and white sweep. And finally, this red and blue offering. And the yoke and brackets, of course, work perfectly on the battens too, to either hang the fixture or provide a solid, low profile floor mount, but always giving you the 220 degrees of tilt capability. And that really summarizes the 7 battens. So their dynamic and creative looks can easily be achieved with those colors, the pixel zones, and that bright output. But finally today, I think we're going to have a quick look at the dimming as well on these fixtures. So let's try a quick fade down over 10 seconds. So this uses our popular S-curve, so hopefully you can see the on the backdrop and facing into the camera that the units are really kind of smooth and seamless. And let's go back up again.
It's a bit hard to see that on camera here in our live stream, but you see that the colors stay very stable throughout the entire dimming. So there's no color shift even if we have them full on. So all 7 colors are working now, and we did some great programming here on those dimming curves. So every color is really programmed according to the dimming, and that makes sure you have a very stable color throughout the entire dimming up and down. And you're always very welcome to ask your local dealer or distributor for a test. So you get your hands onto the units, you can play around with them, you can see them live on your stage, in your TV studio, wherever you want to use them. So please get in touch with us. Check on our website for your local dealers. Let us have more questions, let us have more input, and please put your hands on those products to see how great they perform and how they can help you to make your life easier, or how to change your setting very, very easy. Just with a few finger clicks, you can really switch your entire scene to something new. And this is the special look we wanted to give you today. So we made a lot of efforts to give you a nice view and to do the theater look for you today.
So that really completes the 7 series for today. So they're engineered to be brighter than the rest, with unlimited color possibilities and adaptable to perform a variety of uses and applications. I'm not seeing any questions coming in, so I think that's pretty much it for today. We'll hopefully see you in 2 weeks for another stream. So it's a goodbye from me. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your Thanksgiving season right now, and have a wonderful time. Stay safe, and we're looking forward to see you again very, very soon here from our TV studios, or in this case, the theater studios. And a warm goodbye from your theater brothers.